Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast. The podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 460, and it is your review of Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. As always, it is the nerd gonna here to host the show. Let's our wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to not the live show, apparently.
No,
Although we could have totally tagged this onto a live show.
no, but this is the Saturday night review.
Sure.
Yeah. We weren't able to do this episode on Thursday because Brad was at a dinner or something.
Yeah, Dibs got it.
Yeah.
The
Semi-live, right?
That means something totally, completely different.
Yeah. I mean, what's it called? So, like, it's not the live
Half-assed.
show, but we're live and we're doing this. But either way, we're here to talk about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We weren't able to do this on Thursday, so we're doing this today on Saturday. And, of course, I'm being joined by two wonderful guests. Who, of course, the host of the Gamer Core, Mr. Thickums, Thick Zone. That's right.
Cut a
It's
slice.
What's up, everybody?
Big zone.
Cut a slice.
How's everybody doing tonight?
The ass of Big Booty Productions, bro. It's
Cut a slice.
Thick Zone. Yeah. How you doing, Keon?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing swell.
I mean, we had a pre-show party going on.
Yeah, we pretty much
Sure.
did. Yeah.
Singing Transformers.
And of course,
Not just Transformers, 1986 Transformers.
Yeah, facts. The good one.
The good one.
a good
The
one.
good one.
Well,
The
according
Orson
to,
Welles talking to have a butthole one.
according to Luis, that's not the good one. The good one is the Michael Bay. He even told Keon.
Which
"Hey, we
one
gotta
is
watch-"
Luis's favorite? Probably Revenge of the Fallen, like a fucking Neanderthal.
Probably that one with Mark Wahlberg.
Neanderthal, dog. Oh my god.
Oh,
How you doing,
Hey,
Kylie?
Kylie, what's
that's
up?
why it's just funny because like when he put it under my my tweet, he was like, we should definitely watch the Michael Bay one. And I was like, I just
Hell
put LOL
no.
in all
Joe was
caps.
like, nah, man, that's okay.
I'm good, dog.
I appreciate you, but no.
I audibly started giggling when I read this shit. I was like,
I'm good. I'm good. Love, enjoy.
yeah.
We're also being joined by the other half of the High Fly. Well, the other half of High Flyer Radio, of course, Aiden Angels.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I really did think this was the live show too until you said
It
Shang
basically
Chi.
is.
I literally, like, if you watch the video back, my eyes, I went,
Oh,
I got so confused. I was like, I know damn well today is Saturday.
Yeah, no.
Well,
You're right.
it's
You
a
got
good
that
thing
right.
it's a good thing I've seen Shang-Chi. I've only seen it
Yeah.
one time.
That's why I
but-
asked.
But I'll be
That's
going
why-
off. I'll be going off of the one time I saw it the day it came out. So
yeah.
hey, I'm here.
Well, so like it's live, right? It's live.
Yeah,
People
fuck
are
it, bro.
watching.
I've been wanting
like,
to talk
of
about
course,
this movie anyways.
This ain't the live show where we get to talk about ass and dick and all that, but we're
I
talking
mean,
about.
we
yeah.
probably still will.
Nah,
let's be real
Brad.
here.
What's it called? This is
What?
it's the main show. You gotta talk about this movie. But first and foremost, how are we doing today, y'all?
I'm pretty good, man.
I want to go first. Or,
Great silence.
No, I'll answer at one time. Okay, one at a time.
one good
Yo,
time.
I'm sorry. I'm just like so caught up in the fact that I keep freezing every 3 seconds that I was like trying to figure out if I had
Yeah.
popped back up yet. Oh
Yeah. I'm
man.
almost surprised you don't have your glasses on.
So that's a story. I broke my glasses.
Oh, that's right. You broke them. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I broke
And the
my
back of your phone.
I broke my glasses and I broke the back of my phone. Listen, guys, let's just say Full Gear definitely lived up to the name because we definitely went full gear, baby. Ka-chow, if you know what I'm saying. It was a good.
Oh
time.
my god.
Oh man.
Oh,
Keon, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Swell. Just got off of the game record where I went on for about 10-15 minutes about how much of a dumpster fire Battlefield 2042 is. So still a fun game though.
Yep.
But
Of course, that was a lot of fun being on there with Keon. Of course, what's it called? You guys can catch the replay on YouTube and on the podcast platforms.
Is that the beta or is that an actual
That's the full game.
now?
The
That's
full
the
game.
dog. Yeah, it's a
Full
full game,
game.
dog.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh my god. But also Brad, what's up, man? How you been? Say.
Doing good, doing good. Just been watching Cowboy Bebop,
Mm-hmm.
so
Oh,
binging
sorry about
that
that.
shit. Yeah, not a total dog shit
Are
show.
you?
Not total dog shit.
I can't wait to read your review, Brad.
Not total dog shit.
Yeah.
Not total dog shit, but
How
it is a
many
pile
episodes
of
have you
dog
got
food.
into?
I mean, it's kind of like it's definitely not anime. It's definitely not the anime, but it's not total. I haven't got to Edward yet though, so that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
How
not
many
got to that
episodes are
part yet.
you in though?
Hmm?
How many episodes are you in?
I think I'm on episode 7,
Okay.
Oh,
which
you're good. You're in there, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
which
I
I
was
think
fine.
I think it's a good thing they didn't bring Ed in the beginning,
Yeah.
because
Oh, I
from what
thought the
I've
live action
seen,
one was a movie.
no, it's a show.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
there's something on the PlayStation Store. What the fuck is it called? Kingdoms of Amalur. They have that for free. That's a great game. I like.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody has the PlayStation on the PlayStation Store, go play Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yeah. And I'm doing pretty okay, y'all. It's been a pretty good day. I made one Black Friday purchase today, because I did not know that this movie got the 4K treatment already.
What
So,
movie?
That's gonna be a beautiful movie too.
What
fucking
movie did you
Ran.
get?
It's already beautiful in itself.
Yeah. Ran from Akira Kurosawa. It's what's it called? Like his adaptation of King Lear, the
It's
Shakespearean
it's
tale.
pretty fucking awesome.
And
Yeah.
bro, samurai movie, bro. It's bro has one of the best battle scenes you'll ever see with
Damn.
no score, bro. It's all just natural sound. And bro, that movie already looks beautiful, bro. So
You
I'm just
know,
about to nut when I get this motherfucker in 4K, bro.
I'm going nuts.
I'm gonna nut.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. You know
Nuts.
what? 4K re-releasing to check out
What?
Madagascar. It's not King Lear, but it's King Julian.
King Julian, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It's
I
god.
the
got
whole
it on
story.
I got it
I'm
on
trying
a
to figure out
steelbook,
computer
bro.
animated in 4K in my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
an upgrade in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just looks even worse.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, man,
Just
go get the
pixels.
4K. Just go to Google Maps and type in Madagascar and just zoom in until you see the street level. That's your
Just
4K copy.
zoom in until you see King Julian moving it.
Yeah.
You want to move it, move it.
But I made that purchase, and then yesterday we had the great honor of being able to screen before I leave for our backers and our esteemed guests. All three of these individuals two of them were in chat, one of them were in the was moderating the panel. You go ahead and guess who was. I'm playing around. Yeah, Brad moderated the panel. Did a great job, Brad. Thank you so much for being there.
Of course.
Thank you so much for being part of this journey, man. And thank you to the two people on the bottom here, Aiden and Keon, who monetarily supported the vision as well. So thank you all so much.
Yeah.
And
I watched the stream, bro. I watched the stream, man.
hell yeah, man. I really wanted Brad to bring up your question, bro, of like
I did.
because he asked me like what was it like, producing, editing, directing like the project.
I asked what it was like working in a pandemic.
Yeah.
So
Which I wanted to answer that, and I was gonna say hell. Hell.
great hell.
I didn't get to see my answer get question or my question get
My
answered.
answer get
My
question.
God damn.
Hey,
My question
don't worry
get
about it.
answered.
Aiden,
Don't worry about it, bro. Go to www.com, bro.
www.com, bro.
Let's go
That's what-
www.com.
That's what's it called? Keon was plugging the Patreon. He goes, and you can catch us at www.com.
It's something missing.
Thank you,
Oh,
Kylie, for those
dang it.
kind words. But thank you guys so much. I know that Keon, what's it called? We already talked, but I can't believe that Keon didn't actually check the spam page to see if his email got in there. So Keon had to get the link from somebody else. So
Bruh.
yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Keon.
I
but-
was like, Raul made a joke, and
Yeah.
because I came in and I was like, Raul, I'm disappointed.
yeah,
And he was like,
I
why?
said that,
Because I didn't get an invite.
yeah.
That's
Keon
okay.
didn't come
I
and
would
get an invite.
I
So
would
I
have sent
said,
all messages from Alex to the trash bin too.
yeah. What's it called? So Keon didn't get the invite, so I just said, "Oh, I think that Keon was just gonna come in like, so Raul, why do you hate the black community? And why didn't you send Why didn't you send me an invite?
I would have been
Oh.
moderating on that. Like, I don't think I'm gonna ask
I don't think I'm gonna ask that
Oh my
question.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that should
I'm
have
glad
me
that you still
cracked
got
up.
it, bro. And of course,
Am
you're
I
still gonna
allowed to
watch
ask that?
Yeah.
it. Oh
Yeah, I
man.
take back my one question. I want a new question.
I want
It's
to
gonna be that.
But thank you guys
I'm
so much for
surprised no
being
one
there.
was like, see if Brad reads this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for being there. But of course, we're gonna go ahead and get into this because this is our review of Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So if you have not watched Shang Chi, then this is probably your chance to get out of here and stop listening if you care about spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen this, or if you're like me who's actually seen this twice, then go
Wow.
ahead and keep listening. Either way, how this goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's our spoiler warning noise, bro. I have a lot to read, y'all, so bear with me.
Why is this
Shang
thing three
Chi,
paragraphs?
Shang-Chi and the
Oh.
Legend of the Ten Rings is a 2021 American superhero film. It's based on Marvel Comics featuring the character Shang-Chi, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 25th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. The film was directed by Destin Daniel Cretton from a screenplay he wrote with Dave Callahan and Andrew Lanham, and stars Simu as Shang-Chi alongside Aquafina, Meng Zhang. I'm so
I
sorry,
have some
y'all.
Aquafina literally literally in my refrigerator right now.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, y'all. I'm about to butcher the fuck out of these names, y'all. I'm so sorry. Uh, Falash, what?
I love that popped Keon so hard.
That's her stage name, goddammit.
That was amazing. Oh
Stay
my
hydrated,
god.
y'all.
That's her stage name, bro.
No, we
All right,
know.
Keon. I'm
We know
trying to.
Aquafina.
Hey, Keon, I'm a mute you, bro, while I continue, because that's her damn stage name. Okay, Fala Chen, Florian Montenu. I don't even think I pronounced that correctly, and that's a French name, I think.
You'll get the next one.
Yeah. Benedict Wong, of
There you
course.
go. You got that one.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, Ben Kingsley, who I believe is Sir Ben Kingsley. That's right, Sir.
It's Sir Ben
No,
Kingsley.
yeah, that's Sir Ben Kingsley, bro. And of course, the incredible Tony Leung. In the film, Shang-Chi is forced to confront the past when his father Wen Wu, played by Young Lung, is the leader of the Ten Rings organization, draws Shang-Chi and his sister Zhang into a search for a mythical village. A film based on on Shang-Chi entered development in 2001. Wow. But work did not begin in earnest until December 2018 when Callahan was hired. Creighton joined in March 2019 with the project fast tracked as Marvel's first film with an Asian lead. The film's title and primary cast were announced that July, revealing the film's connection to the Ten Rings organization, which previously appeared throughout the MCU, and its leader, Wen Wu. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the first Marvel Studios film with an Asian director and a predominantly Asian cast. Filming began in Sydney in February 2020, but was put on hold in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Production resumed in August before completing in October, with additional shooting occurring in San Francisco. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings premiered in Los Angeles on August 16, 2021, and was released in the United States on September 3rd as part of the Phase 4 of the MCU. The film broke several box office records upon release, including records for a film released during the pandemic, and has grossed over $431 million worldwide, making it the eighth highest grossing film of
Damn.
2021.
Shang-Chi
Yeah,
doing it, bro.
that's right. It garnered positive reviews from critics, many of whom praised the choreography of the action sequences, exploration and representation of the Asian culture, and the performances from the cast, particularly those of Lu and Lung. Um, So the cinematography is done by William Pope, edited by Nat Sanders, Elizabeth Ronalds, Sodeter, Harry Yoon. Music done by Joel P. West, and of course, it sits at 2 hours and 12 minutes. And with a budget of 150 million to 200 million, it made 431.3 million at the box office. So as far as we are concerned, this is a success. Yeah. And now I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, and I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top. Aiden, what are your initial thoughts on Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Oh man, I'll have to transport myself back to when I saw it, but I all I know is that I really enjoyed it. I was really happy with the portrayal of the Mandarin. I really like. I'm sorry for what is the actor's name who played the Mandarin in this movie?
Tony Lung.
I really love what Tony did with this character. I thought it was a really interesting version of the Mandarin, but I really enjoyed what he brought to that character because it's one of those characters that I really feel like there was a lot of room to explore with. Um, I just thought that the movie, from everything that I've heard from a lot of my Asian American friends, what they've told me is that they've told me that it's pretty faithful to their roots, and they really enjoyed the movie. So I'm happy. That's really all that that's really all that mattered. Like it didn't. The world doesn't give a shit what I think about the movie. You know what I mean? I'm just happy that the prime demographic was pleased with the film from the most part, from what I've heard. Um, I don't know. It's just a great fun movie. It's really wholesome, and I'm happy. And it felt like something new from the Marvel movies that we haven't seen yet, which is what I'm looking forward to and seeing in most of these Marvel movies upcoming, because I just feel like they've really gotten generic over the past 4 years.
All right, Keon, you can unmute now since you're not dying of laughter. But what are your initial thoughts on Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Because I know that you watched it recently.
I watched this for the first time 2 days ago. And I have to say that this movie blew me away. Um, it was a it was
Excuse me.
a beautiful portrayal of the that culture. Is that Japanese? What is that?
Chinese, I
Chinese.
believe. Yeah,
Chinese.
yeah,
Chinese. Okay.
Chinese.
Um, it's a beautiful portrayal of the Chinese culture. Um, I'd have to buy it off of what Aiden said. Like, as long as the Asian culture are happy with this movie, then I'm happy with this movie because that means that they did something right.
Yeah.
And
More
getting
specifically, we're happy that Chinese Americans are pleased with this film. You know what I
right.
mean? Like
Hmm.
it's like before I leave. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was explaining
Right.
before. Sorry, I was explaining before I leave to a friend today, and I was like, "Yeah," and all the characters are Latino, and then someone was like, "Oh, okay," and I was like, "Yeah, I was just had to throw that in there, and make sure it was very important, just making sure." See, I'm faithful to you, Raul.
Thanks, man.
I
Thanks.
protect your vision.
Yeah, somebody's promoting my movie out there because
Mhm.
I haven't been invited to a podcast yet, or they haven't accepted me to come into a podcast yet. So at least somebody's promoting my
Right.
movie.
You will definitely
I'm on
get
these
your
streets, man. I'm out here, Central Market. Come find me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Aiden's the what we would call back in the day the street team, right, Brad?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where you pop open the trunk and sell your mixtape out from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be selling
Yeah.
bootleg
I was
DVDs.
I was a part of a couple of street teams back in the day, and I didn't do shit.
I'm selling copies of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Nine Rings.
Nine
Five
rings.
bucks, $5.
Yeah.
Don't mind
But
the people getting up.
yeah. Brad, what are your thoughts on the film? Your
I
initial
kind of.
thoughts on the film?
I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, entertaining. I gotta agree with Aiden and Chillzone. I'm not the demographic this really goes after, other than nerd. So like
Facts.
as
Sure.
long as it like didn't step on anything and cause cringe over there, I thought it was a good movie. I thought maybe the plot was a little I don't know, it went into a lot of places, but overall, very good. And yeah, my only issue was is it Simu
I
Simu, I
Simu
believe
think
it's
it's
Simu
Simu.
Lee.
Simu
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 Liao.
Aquafina didn't fuck. Like
Oh,
like we're just friends. Like
She was funny in this movie to me. Like I loved her in this movie.
Yeah.
Um, she brought an entirely new light to this movie than I thought she would.
it was
Uh,
nice to have a lot more comedy. Like I think
mhm.
Marvel hasn't had that like in the past 40 years, as we
Yeah.
said. It's been kind
Comedy
of
that
stale.
hits.
Comedy that
Yeah,
hits, not
yeah,
like
yeah.
bad comedy.
Like when she was hanging off of the bamboo stick, like that was
Yeah.
comedy. The way she was screaming,
Yeah.
that was hilarious. I could watch that scene all day.
Yeah.
I was crying when
Just
when that happened.
most of her interactions with anything in the magical world was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have to bow and arrow. Like, was that good? He's just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Plus, I like the magical animal winged bear butt. I'm gonna call it because I don't know because it
Morse.
didn't have a face or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird because I couldn't tell. There was one point where like the whatever it is was poking out of the window, and I can tell if it was like moon, like what's it called?
Which end it
Mooning me?
was?
Yeah, I can tell which end. I thought he was like dead ass like mooning me or something. I don't know.
And then on top of it, you have Sir Ben Kingsley talking to this thing. And
Right.
you think about it, and you're like, "This is all CGI. Like, that's not a real like talking bear ass with
Mhm.
wings. Like, he's talking to nothing in everything he's doing."
But let's talk about the real MVP of this movie, Brad, in company here. Morris, man.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Freaking little.
Yeah, that's what we're
That's what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about.
That's
Like,
exactly what we're
bear
talking
ass.
about,
That
bro.
thing. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know where y'all were going with this. but,
Wing
like,
bear ass. Like, what else were you
Freaking-
thinking? I was
that thing got the most audible pop when it just was like, I'm playing dead, stupid. And then he goes, "Arr." I'm like,
I was like,
I
yeah,
was like,
Morris.
oh.
Yeah.
But I love
Morris
this
knows
film.
the situation.
I love this film. This film is my second favorite movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I had not watched the Marvel movie in quite some time that I said I need to go see this in the theater again. Literally days after I watched it in the theater. So I went with my cousins a second time to watch this movie. I think that this movie brings something really different to the table that I think that was really necessary to kind of shake things up within the MCU. I think that Simu Liu and Tony Leung, who anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of Tony Leung because he's well known in Hong Kong for having been in literally most of Wong Kar-wai's films, and I've seen him in mostly all those movies, and I thought they had great chemistry together. I think that the that Menger Zhang, she was incredible, and I cannot believe that this is her first
Who
acting
did she?
role.
Oh, his sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
Oh my
sister.
gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. She was my
She
favorite in
was
the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she was incredible. I
Yeah.
thought that
And I was
did
like, man, I've
so
got to look up
good.
what else she's done.
And
And then I was like,
This was the
oh,
And
first
it was
one.
her first
shit.
role, bro.
I was like,
That's
holy
pretty-
crap.
Her
That-
first role.
That's pretty
Yeah.
big.
That
That's like
is really
that would give me
damn big.
anxiety. First role to be in a
I-
Marvel movie.
I gotta agree with Burke there too. He's in Hero, which is I've seen Hero.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, bro.
Weren't you?
But
Never mind.
that movie looks so
What I said
beautiful, but
online.
like, yeah, of course, it's shot by Christopher Doyle. Christopher Doyle knows how to fucking make a damn beautiful movie.
Are we gonna get a Wong show though? Like,
Bro,
I would
literally-
watch a
Yo,
Wong
I've been
show
talking
all the
about that at
time.
work. At work we talk about like characters that we want to get spin-offs. I'm like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Wong spin-off.
Like, cause he's going everywhere.
I just want
Like,
the first episode to open with him eating a tuna fish sandwich.
Tuna melt.
He never got that fucking tuna melt, bro.
oh, and then he's up there like fighting for money. It's like, so this is where Wong goes when he's like,
Mhm.
everyone else is trying to save
So,
the
When
world.
he takes
To
the
be
drink
clear-
at the end of the movie or whatever,
To
I
be
was like,
clear-
Wong is living his
Yeah.
best life. If he's
Yeah.
got to live in the MCU, he's gonna live it this way.
To be clear, that was Abomination, right?
Mhm.
No, was it? Was that Abomination? Okay,
Oh yeah,
I
he
was
looked a
didn't
little.
know
He
it was
looked a
like
little
a
different.
thing. Yeah, he looked.
They said Tim Roth even like came in and played him, and I was
Okay.
like, I don't fucking believe it. I don't.
I'm
Believe
just saying he
that.
looked a little different from
It
Abomination.
sounded
but-
like they wanted more Marvel fans like sucking their dick or something. I was like, I don't believe
WandaVision.
this.
No,
WandaVision.
Yeah.
But I only
Yo.
say that because the Hulk movie was so horrible. I don't remember what Abomination looked like.
Well, they changed
Yeah.
it. They kind of did. They like made him look like he's been evolving or something.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
looks
think
a
they've been
lot
like
more like the comic book
It
version.
looked like a mutant.
polishing the design a little bit, right?
Yeah, because
Um,
like Abomination and the Incredible Hulk from like 2008 just looks like Michael Chiklis with like a green tint.
Yeah, that's really true. Like
Another
just
thing
veins.
I
Yeah.
gotta give this film that it's due is the fact that the choreography is fantastic in this movie. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of the choreography before, and like what's it called? I think that Aiden had said this before. Like this is the movie where you really need to have good choreography because of like
Yeah.
what it's writing behind the fact that literally Shang-Chi is the best martial artist in the comic books. So like the
Mhm.
choreography has to be really good in this. And
Couldn't
I
beat his sister,
loved what's up?
Couldn't beat his sister though.
Yeah.
Sister, yeah. Yeah. But
That's
I
why she's
loved the
leading the 10 Rings
choreography.
now.
Yeah. I really loved the choreography. I thought that they did a really good job there. Um, of course, I agree with Keon there, where Aquafina actually didn't annoy me in this movie. You
No,
know, like
not like the other the previous Disney movie we watched.
Raya,
Raya,
yeah,
yeah. We
yeah.
were just like this seems weird. Like she was good in this role. I like and I enjoy Aquafina anyway. I just in Raya I didn't like her.
Yeah. I I really like Tony's character because I think that Tony's character is like one of the best villains we had gotten in a while. Where
Yeah,
like
I mean, I think
Yeah.
personally he's probably the best villain that we've gotten other than
Yeah,
Thanos.
I agree.
Because
yeah,
everyone says Loki, but like I don't really consider Loki.
Nah,
I think like
Loki's
my
more
top
anti-hero.
He's just an antagonist, kind
yeah,
of.
my top three is just like it's Thanos, Killmonger, Wenwu, because I think that what's it called like there's that moment where you're like, oh, am I
Yeah.
starting to like feel some sympathy for Wenwu?
And then he
Because
just
Oh
like,
becomes
yeah,
an
because
asshole.
like whenever he explains everything, you're kind of like, no, I kind of get it. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't really take away anything that he's done before. What his ultimate like goal is in the film, whenever it shows it, like he's like just pillage villages and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like been
Mhm.
all around the world, like wreaking havoc. Like none of that is excused. But like whenever he finds love and is like, oh, I was wrong for all these things, and like tries to kind of just live like a pretty simple terrorist life. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
he's terrorizing America, so I'm cool with it.
yeah. What do we think about Keon? What
Tony
did you
Stark
think?
fucking deserved. By the way, Tony Stark deserved to be like kidnapped and all that shit at the beginning of Iron Man.
Yeah, shit ton of
We've
stuff.
been
I mean-
duped. We've
I
been
mean-
duped, America. Tony Stark is not the good guy.
Daddy issues. Oh man, but I
Sorry.
also thought that Fala Chen, who plays the mom, was fantastic as well. I mean, God.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
bro. The way you just
Um,
because you fall in love with her and then and
Mhm.
ultimately with that, you like totally understand where Tony's coming from. You're like, ah, fuck it, yeah,
Yeah.
kill them all. Kill them all, dude.
Mhm.
I get it.
Yeah. Um, but I think that, like I said, this movie does like a lot of really good things that I think that were like really interesting. I love how like I said, I like how this is the first time where I thought the comedy kind of like it hit. Like it was actually
It was
really
pretty good.
good.
Especially
Because
the
like
karaoke scenes.
the karaoke,
Mhm.
the the
So you say
Aquafina
that, but
joke.
like I think back on this movie and like after not having seen it for a while, nothing about it to me was like, oh, the comedy. Like I don't know if I don't personally, I don't know if I really loved the comedy all that much. Like I thought it was cutesy, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I really like if that was one of the things that really grabbed me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just
I
thinking
mean,
back on
definitely
it.
the martial arts in this is probably the big seller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yes.
what I just think about the fights and like the heart of the
Yeah.
film overall.
Yeah.
And Morris.
Yeah.
And Morris. Yeah, Morris. And
Come on.
also hey dude, you're doing a good job. But I'm gonna stay over here.
Yo!
Yo,
Hey,
I
bro.
love that dude.
Oh my!
Spider-Man,
goodness.
do a flip.
So, I don't know if you guys have watched You.
No.
Yes, yes, bro.
He is from.
Yes.
And as soon as I saw his face, I was like, bro,
No.
Are you serious?
Because for me, when I first saw him show up in You, it's because I was like, that's the fucking dude from Spider-Man who asked him to do a flip in Homecoming. And then I was like, he's the fucking... Oh my gosh, but I totally forgot he was in You, Keon. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need this guy to be the next Stan Lee of making cameos.
Just in everything.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to this. I wouldn't be opposed.
You know, had Stan Lee been alive, he would have been the bus driver in this.
Oh yeah,
would have
100%.
had no doubt.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. Which I love at the whole end of that scene where when the bus crashes, she just looks at her like, "Hey,
Good job."
What's up?
That scene was incredible, bro. That whole bus
Oh,
scene,
yeah.
like, oh my good dude. Shang Chi is a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah.
He is insane. And prior to this movie coming out, I had or like him getting the movie getting announced, I had never heard of Shang-Chi at all.
Yeah, it's because it's like a D-list comic book character, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've like read like snippets on it, and like even the way they did the rings is so much better than they did in the comics, because the rings technically in the comics are finger rings.
Yeah.
True.
That's like if you're a purist, like I haven't seen anyone bitch about it. Like I thought it was really cool what they decided to do in the movie, where it's like they're more like the bands and like they have like these really cool like powers with it. Because like in the comics, they're like like you said, or like you just wear them on your hand, and they're more like each one represents a thing that ring kind of does. So I understand why they didn't do that, because I feel like a lot of people would have been like, oh, they're just the Infinity Stones.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I really thought that was a smart
Yeah.
to go with.
I think it's
the
cool.
bands.
Like the MCU's just kind of like this mishmash of like everyone's favorite versions of those comic book characters, you know, which and people get upset about the shit that they do, and I'm like, bro, just look at it as this is its own comic universe, bro. You can't be too fucking hellbent on everything being perfect, dude.
Yeah,
When
I
do you
really
think
like the way that the rings were used. The way that they were kind of
It was cool.
being
Like
able to
you
use
bounce
them to
off the
jump
ground and
off.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was sick.
Or the fact that you could like bend them and then be able to like throw them with force. Like I thought that was really cool. In some parts, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Doctor Strange in the way that his powers work
Dragon Ball
sometimes.
Z.
Yeah.
I thought of Dragon Ball Z. This was the first time that I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe if the right fucking person did it, and like as much as I love Dragon Ball, I don't think I like, you know what I mean? I would never be that guy. I've never directed anything in my life. But you know how everyone feels like they can do it themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, but if we could find the person, maybe it's in another 20 years, who loves Dragon Ball enough and has the perfect vision, it could work. This is the first time that I kind of thought maybe a Dragon Ball Z movie, like if it's like an actual like film with like Japanese actors, like subtitles. I want the whole gimmick, bro. I want everything.
I believe, if I remember a certain episode of the meaning of, I believe RB3 kind of let out a little bit of an idea of what he would pitch for a Dragon Ball movie.
Every time I think of a Dragon Ball movie, I think of RB3, because
when I heard that, I was like, actually, you know what? I think you need to hire RB3 to direct that.
Maybe RB3 is the guy, bro. We need to talk to RB3, man.
Yeah.
You know,
but
and for Dragon Ball Z, I think it would be particularly hard to like encompass that world into a movie.
Yeah,
but the original Dragon Ball with Kid Goku, I think you could easily do that.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball is prime for a cinematic universe, dude. But no one's ready for that.
With DBCU.
I really want to talk more about like these post credit scenes, especially. I of course the one that we can like talk about the most really that we can like get out of the way right now, because it's pretty much the one that's the most like explanatory. The fact that of course what's it called, the sister is the one who's taking over the 10 rings, right? And she's pretty much recreating it. Somebody was talking about how like that place kind of hosts like a tournament or something, from what I've heard. So
I don't know.
Here's my big question on that. The sister doesn't have the 10 rings. Like,
no,
the brother has the 10 rings. So is she still going to do like a crime syndicate, or like what's she going to do with this?
No, because you remember
she inherits the organization.
She inherits the organization, which is a crime syndicate. So what's she going to change it to?
Well, so what because you remember they mentioned it. Apparently she shut all of like the crime shit down. completely, or I'm pretty sure that's what they mentioned.
Oh, sorry, I
Because
just
I
read
think
what the fuck Stacy typed. Oh my god.
No, no, Stacey.
Yeah, I'm good,
No,
Stacy. You go
we're
ahead,
good.
keep that one to yourself next time.
Jesus. Don't say things like that on the
Stacey, out of
internet,
everything
Stacy.
you've ever said in the
That's the
comment section
worst.
of this show,
Uh,
that
That's the
is
worst.
probably the most egregious. I
And
don't ever want to see it.
But continue,
Anyways,
Keon.
what were you saying, Keon?
Oh no, I was just saying that you guys remember, I think cuz Shang Chi was looking for his sister or something like that, and um she someone mentioned to Shang Chi that she had went back and like basically got rid of all the the crime part of the 10 rings. I think
Yeah,
like she's probably gonna like re
like reinvent.
restructure it and
Mhm.
reinvent the 10 rings to be like, I don't know, some kind of army maybe or something, but
Mhm.
It's a
I do
question.
remember that.
It's a question because at the end of that, you do see them training, and like
Hmm.
training for what? And there's like, and if there's no crime shit going on, how are they making money to pay all these people just to train? Like,
Hmm.
what
Also,
are
that's
they
a lot of.
doing?
That's a big ass place. You
Yeah,
got to put some big ass bills
Like
for
they
that.
might
I
have
really
enough
don't know.
money. They might have enough money through the fathers because he's 1,000 years old. Like, who fucking knows?
I
Which
Maybe
really
he's
is
a
don't know.
trillionaire.
that is
That's
something
what
that'd be
I.
interesting to
That's
me.
that's the only thing that's kind of come up in my head where it's like maybe we do some kind of the hand connection because I know that. I mean, we're most likely going to be getting Charlie Cox's Daredevil from the Netflix universe being brought
They
Mhm.
into Spider-Man. It's looking like they're finally going to acknowledge because I mean, the Russo brothers wanted to do a scene with Daredevil and Iron Fist and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones in Infinity War, and Kevin Feige was like, "Yeah, that's okay. Like, do it if you want to," but like they just didn't find a way where narratively like it made sense for them to
Mhm.
Yeah.
bring them into it, so they just ultimately didn't do it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of been, I don't know. And plus with the comics right now, there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that they're trying to make Shang-Chi the new Iron Fist. So, you could do it.
Yeah.
and that was gonna be my next question: is where do we see these characters coming into next?
I
Do we see
legit
them?
think we see all of them show up except for the Flower Prince Knight boy from Game of Thrones. What's his name? Who played Iron Fist in the
Um.
TV show?
Oh crap.
I don't think we'll see him come back. If I'm gonna be honest with you,
Man, I know his name. I know who you're talking about. That's the one that I can say like
I really don't think we're
you
gonna see
can
him show up.
recast. You can
That's why I
recast
think
Iron
I don't
Fist.
even think
Yeah.
we're gonna get him recast. I just think they're gonna go with what they're leading towards in the comics, where Iron Fist or Shang Chi becomes Iron Fist.
Fist. Yeah.
What do we
Which
do? We
I mean,
like?
that's one
Do we see
overpowered
him?
ass motherfucker
Are you
right
talking
there.
Yeah.
about Finn
Do we?
Jones?
Finn Jones. Yes, Finn
Yes,
Jones.
Finn Jones.
But do we like think like we're gonna get a tease in the next Spider-Man, or is that too soon?
I
No,
don't
I
know,
think that's
man,
too
because like
soon.
Kevin Feige's been talking about like as we gradually get through every movie in Phase 4, like we're ultimately gonna see where the story is leading. Because right
Mhm.
now we're like in that lost period again, where we're like, all right, we're building towards something, but like, what are we building towards? And
Which I'm kind of enjoying.
is my excitement gonna get paid off? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love this. I love personally like being a comic book fan and just like being like, what the fuck do you want to show me? What
Yeah.
story are you telling? Like, I'm tired of like, I think we're going towards Secret Wars, but like, what I kind of don't want it to
Bisexual
be
hero.
Secret Wars. Like, I want to see
Yeah.
whatever the fuck Kevin Feige wants to tell us, dude.
Yeah. Make him a bisexual hero. I'm just saying, if they were to make what's it called, Shang Chi, have the what's it called, have the powers of Iron Fist as well. I mean, that's one overpowered ass
I mean,
motherfucker
just
right there.
just give him the rings. 'Cause he's already got the
Yeah.
rings because he doesn't have
Yeah.
those rings in the comics.
Mhm.
So I mean, they kind of already like undid him. They were like, nah, give him powers
Yeah.
though. It's like, okay, sure, I guess.
Now the other post credit scene is the other one that I want to talk about.
Yeah,
So
same.
in this one, of course, a Wong brings them in. What's it called? Says, "Hey, come with me. What's it called? We have a meeting to have, right?" They have what's it called? They have a Banner and Carol
Dr.
Danvers.
Bruce Banner,
Yeah,
Carol,
there.
Carol Banners. Who the fuck is Carol Banner?
No, Carol
Carol
Danvers.
Danvers. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying that the rings are like emitting a signal.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't know exactly where that signal is coming from. Which, and of course, what's it called? Carol Danvers gets like a, what's it called, a page or something, and she has to leave, right?
Gotta go.
Got to go. And what's it called? Bruce is like, yeah, she does that all the time. I don't even have her phone number, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think is that signal? What? Because I've been thinking about this since the last time I watched this film, which was in the theaters. I'm really interested to know exactly where the hell this signal is coming from.
I've got a theory, and this is like a I've just come up with this like as we started doing the show kind of theory because that's how
Mm-hmm.
much I've invested my time into it. I really don't know what it is. Um Without spoiling Eternals,
Yes, please,
Yeah,
there's
John.
because Brad
a
and
yeah,
Keon
because
haven't watched.
yeah, without spoiling Eternals, the way that that movie specifically ends, the very last scene, you know what I'm talking about, Raul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a thing that shows up, and I feel as though that this is connected to that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's the only thing that I can come up with. I think that this might be like some sort of like eternal technology. I don't know.
Yeah. I what's it called? What's it called? Kylie says that Miss Marvel or Eternals or Kang. I don't know, and I don't feel like we're gonna get our what's it called? I don't think we're gonna get our response until maybe possibly like 2023 when once
Yeah.
go with Quantumania and all that stuff comes out. But
See, the Miss
um,
Marvel theory is interesting because it could be like, oh my god, what if they made it like Kree technology? Oh my god, I would throw up. That would piss me off. I don't know.
yeah, I don't want it to be
There's
Kree.
a lot of interesting rumors going on with the Miss Marvel show and the way that she gets her powers and like what her powers will be that to me is very interesting and interesting in a not
Yeah,
good way. So I
I'm
don't know.
I'm not a fan of the fact that they might be retconning the way that she gets her
I
powers. It's
nope,
like,
I'm good.
yeah.
Like
Um,
yeah.
but
Maybe this is maybe this
that's
is
a
how they bring in Fantastic Four. They follow that signal or some shit.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, it's an
Silver
interesting
Surfer. I
thing.
don't know.
Yeah.
I really wish I could like talk to you more about what you're saying, Brad, because if you had watched Eternals, I can talk to you a little bit more about like what exactly
Yeah.
Aiden's trying to say. But I don't know, and I that's why I'm really kind of interested to see where they take this. But I am just dying to see these characters again, bro. Because like
Yeah.
I'm in the camp. I literally when I got out of that first screening that I watched of this movie, I said, Destin Daniel Cretton needs a trilogy. Give this man a trilogy. You know, this character especially. I can't believe we haven't heard anything about Shang Chi getting another movie. Cause I would
Dang, we haven't. I feel
no,
like
bro.
people were just like
You feel like we
shouting
would
so
get
much
that.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Nothing about another movie yet. And I would be like, it's just like when we were talking about WandaVision, where like, you know, the fact that maybe we should already have
Hmm.
talks about a Wanda movie coming up. Let's go. We haven't gotten that.
Yeah.
This is where I was like, a Shang-Chi 2 should already be in development. Like, we should be having talks about this already. Because this was really good. And I think that I'm really, really invested into seeing where these characters are gonna go, especially our titular characters and the sister, because I want to see what exactly we're gonna do with that. But this provided something different that I had been craving from the MCU in a while, and I really like this movie. I really like the music, especially. I like
Yeah.
the kind of the blend of hip hop as well in there that I thought that was really cool. Uh, and yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a now that been able to like sit with it, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a high 9 out of 10. Man, this is one of my favorite movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I really am ready to this for this thing to come out on freaking on this movie to come out on Blu-ray or like 4K because I want to buy this, man. I want to watch this again. Brad, what are your what are your final thoughts on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Good movie. I want to see these characters again. Also, I think it'd be a disservice not to bring them back in anything, or even to give them two more movies. So I give it a 8.5 out of 10.
All right, Keon, final thoughts.
I definitely I love this movie. This blew me. This movie blew me away. Definitely in my top five, maybe top three favorite MCU movies of the
Yeah.
entire MCU. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get this also a 9 out of 10.
All right. Stacy says, "Sorry to spoil, but it's a signaling code from Mephisto. Sorry, I'm away from the phone. Please leave a message after the tone." Oh man, I'm really surprised you haven't said a
God.
Mephisto joke yet.
Man, I'm telling you
Stacy.
guys, if they ever bring in Mephisto, I really hope it's Al Pacino. I'm telling you guys,
Yeah.
Al Pacino would be the perfect Mephisto. Hey, you want to make a deal with the devil? I just like,
And then he just
I
starts. He's gonna
want
be
it.
one scary motherfucker when he starts start yelling, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
It's gonna be Danny DeVito. We all know it.
Yeah. I think we're all just not
Well,
gonna
he's
be
already playing
surprised.
Wolverine. He's already playing Wolverine.
Yeah. I think we're all just not gonna be surprised at all when Mephisto finally shows up on the big screen and we finally
Yeah.
get to see him. But
We'll probably just be bored at that time. Like,
Yeah,
finally,
we'll
Jesus.
just be disappointed at that
Yeah.
point. I didn't even
Yeah.
want him.
yeah. Final thoughts, Aiden?
I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. I've got it tucked in between First Avenger and Black Panther in terms of like my likeness of where I like it. So it's in like it's around my top 10. Um the only thing I don't really like about this movie is I feel like a lot of the Marvel like jokes get a little cringy, and a lot of the references in the Marvel movies are at the cringy point now, where they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you look like Thor's hammer, because we're in the universe." It's like no one does that. You know what I mean? Like no
Yeah.
one talks like that in real life. So I just no, I'm not. I don't like them. But 8.5 out of 10. It's a great movie.
I would just like um for them to finally introduce superhero insurance into these movies.
Oh my god, what happened to that TV show that they were gonna do? They were gonna do like that freaking that TV show where it was like all the Shield dudes who go in and like clean everything up. What's it called?
Yeah.
Agents of Shield.
No, something Patrol. What's it called? Paw
I
Patrol, Pickup Patrol.
Paw Patrol like the kids
Paw Patrol.
on the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't know.
remember.
You let me know when you say. But
I don't remember.
I wonder when superhero insurance is going to become a thing in the MCU. And they'll
Stacy
be like,
says damage control.
Damage Control. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy.
I think they stopped that when they saw that Powerless, what's it called, lasted like one season
Yeah,
on the CW.
yeah. It was that and that fucking Anna Kendrick Squirrel Girl TV show that was supposed to happen.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm glad that never happened. Yeah,
They
I'm
shot
glad that
a
never
they shot a pilot. It exists somewhere
in the vaults of where
of
where
Walt of Ike Perlmutter's asshole.
yeah, right next to the Game of Thrones pilot that was shot and never aired.
Oh yeah, right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
If you ever do get the chance to read up on that pilot, Brad and Keon, if you're interested on knowing how that first pilot went, I'm glad that they
Jeez.
reshot that and made a better
That
version.
shit would have broke the internet in a bad way.
Yeah. Yeah. But of course we want to thank our wonderful, what's it called? Our wonderful listeners and everybody who tuned in today. Thank you all so much for listening to this review. As always, we want to thank our guests for joining us today, Keon and Aiden. As always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters because without our Patreon supporters, they would not these shows would not be possible. So as always, we want to thank our producers and our writers, our associate producer Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being an associate producer of the podcast for as long as you have been an associate producer here. Thank you to our executive producer Shane. Where can you find Shane, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_, or go buy something from the Suppy God at thriftedil.com.
Awesome. Prison City Vintage, if you're in the
Vintage.
Illinois area, go and check that
I
out.
follow them, bro. Sometimes I look at the website and be like, what do I want to get today?
I want to get today, yeah.
I don't think he's updated in a while. I think he's getting to it, though.
Yeah.
When I last talked to them on the phone, he said that he was like getting his shop ready to actually open it because it's not actually open yet. But he has to do the inspections and shit. But I'm glad the man has his shop finally because if you've ever seen like his Instagram stories, he has a lot of stuff.
Bro,
So
Yeah.
that man
he
has
needed to open a shop to sell some of that.
nut loads, man. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
bro. Right, he got all the threads that you need, man. None of that Big Bang Theory bullshit, bro. We don't wear shit like that, right?
Okay, what else am I going to do on a Saturday night? Kylie, I'm glad that you decide to spend your Saturday nights with
So
us.
I can't wear my Bazinga
Facts.
shirt. Is that what you're saying, Aiden?
Exactly. You can't wear that shit.
And as
Bazinga.
always,
Bazinga.
our writers, Tony
Hey, Tony.
at Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter. Thank you, Tony. And of course, Luis, who you can follow. Who Luis is also a writer of the Nerdcore. You can look at his reviews on thenerdcore.com. Luis's pick for this month is John Wick Chapter 2, and we will be doing that commentary next Tuesday.
We haven't even reviewed John Wick Chapter 1.
Or Chapter 3.
Uh,
But he picks Chapter 2.
excuse me,
to do a
John
com-
Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum.
Yeah, yeah. You can
Get it
follow.
over. Get it
You
right.
can follow. You can
Get
follow
it
Luis on Instagram at Luigi on IG, on Twitter at Luis A Garcia 001, and Loxer Studios wherever you can find that on Instagram. And of course, I thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and get plugs for the boys here. Aiden, let them know where they can find you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m.
They can find me tomorrow right back over here doing High Fly, where hopefully these two will have finished Full Gear by then, because we
I'm
still
gonna watch
haven't
right
finished
now
Full
after
Gear.
you. Yeah.
So that way we can discuss everything going on in the world of wrestling, and sometimes we discuss what's going on in the world of sports entertainment, which is all bullshit, and I'll fucking rant about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
And
really
I'm not
sorry,
watching Survivor Series, goddammit. I don't give a fuck about your Survivor Series.
bro.
Survivor's
I
But,
nuts.
didn't. I
Where they
didn't
make
even
everybody
know.
that's left at the company just fight in one match? Is that the
Yeah.
thing?
I had no idea that this week was Survivor Series.
It's because I didn't fucking tell you about it, because I'm not fucking watching it. Fuck this shit. I can't stand it. The entire fucking build has been on Twitter. You rarely bring up Survivor Series on TV. Budget cuts. They don't give a fuck.
The E is quaking under itself, bro.
Oh,
Yeah. God damn it, that picture always gets me.
You got a 33 and a third chance of me watching your bullshit pay-per-views on the cock.
On the cock. Keon, where can they find you next Saturday at 6:30 p.m.?
you can find me back here on the Nerd Court for hosting the Game Record at 6:30 p. Although I may mess with the time a little bit, just depending on where everyone's schedule. But
Yeah.
but you can also find me on twitter.com/Mr. Chuzon, and you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Chuzon.
All right. And of course, Brad.
Random Germ 101 everywhere, and go check out the nerdcore.com. And I hear a train.
That's Aiden.
Yeah. Oh man. And as always, the Nerd Chicken on both Instagram and Twitter to keep up with before I leave film. Before I leave's journey, go over to Before I Leave Film on Instagram. And also, I have a lot of reviews to upload for the nerdcore.com because I watched a lot of stuff over at Houston Cinema Arts Festival. And also, I believe next week we'll be able to do a recap of the Houston Cinema Arts Festival. So I'm really excited to do that with Luis. And of course, guys, we'll see you all tomorrow for an episode of the Nerdcore Live Show. And as always, stay safe, my friends. I'm getting out of here. Brad, send them out.
All right, Roll. Thank you, being host as always. Thank to Aiden and Keon for joining us today. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat, all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, all I have to say is the only wrestling we watch is AEW. Young Yoda out.